Guys, hey, what's up? It's Chad here. I just want to make a quick video. I've talked about this before, but I'm going to list top 5 books that I recommend to read if you're into personal development or success, working on yourself, wanting to take your life to the next level. And as you can see, I've got several books back here. I've been trying to collect them now for I don't know 6 months or so, maybe a little more than that. I've been doing a lot of research on books on success, books on personal development, books on business, entrepreneurship, um, self-help, nonfiction, that kind of stuff. Successful people, habits of the rich, all that kind of good stuff. How to improve my skills. So I haven't read a lot of stuff. I'm still working on, you know, getting a bunch of books under my reading belt, so to speak. But some books that I have read, and these books have been recommended quite a bit, and they have changed my life pretty dramatically in one way or another. And so, just real quick, here they are. Number one book by far. If you're going to read only one book and one book only for the rest of your life, and I've heard several other people say this too, that book is Think and Grow Rich, and you've probably heard that before. It's recommended by so many people. Such a powerful book. Men especially, but anybody, read that book. Changed my life. Changed several paradigms, how I see the world. Showed me several things. You don't know what you don't know, and it really enlightened me to several things that I didn't even know existed out there. Some really powerful concepts. It is a little bit repetitive, but I think that's a good thing. And there's a lot of powerful stuff in there. It's a little bit old-fashioned. I think there's been some updated revisions. My copy's pretty old. It's funny. My grandmother actually gave it to me. So yeah, Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill. Number 2 book I recommend is The Power of Habit by Charles Duhigg. Powerful book. Wow. I knew habits were powerful. I knew habits make us who we are, but I didn't know how powerful they were until I read that book. Ever since reading that book, I have just dramatically changed my life and implemented so many powerful keystone habits in my life. And just really understanding how they work and how your brain works is so key if you want to take your life to the next level. So read that one, The Power of Habit by Charles Duhigg. Let's see here. Number 3 would probably have to be, let's go with the classic 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Great book. It's a little tedious to get through. There's some chapters that are kind of boring. But all in all, really great books. So many powerful. Again, I keep saying that they're all powerful, but that's why they're the top 5. Just really great concepts, and he really understands a lot of the human condition and what is really important and what to focus on first. Great book. Read it. Even if it's tough to get through, I would highly recommend trying to make it through the whole thing eventually. Even if you have to read it in sections and take some time off, do it. Number 4 would be The One Thing by Gary Keller and Jay Papasan. This one's more on productivity and getting things done. It's really focusing on the power of the power of focusing on one specific thing, giving it your all, and building that momentum and getting it done and making something powerful. So it has a lot of good examples and exercises and practical wisdom and advice in that book. I suggest reading that, The One Thing by Gary Keller and Jay Papasan. And number 5, this one's recommended a lot too, but of course that's why they're on my top 5 list, is The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. Fiction book, short, easy read, really engaging. It'll keep you hooked. I did it through an audiobook, and that was even more powerful, I think, but either way, this book is a little less on the practical side, more on the storytelling, imagination, finding your purpose, some of the bigger, broader concepts. It's a little out there sometimes depending on where you're coming from. But even if you don't agree with it all, and I'm not saying I do either, but even if you don't agree with it all, it's a really fascinating book, just a fun story. It's a good bedtime. You could probably read it to your kids if you got kids. Great book, The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. I hope they make it into a movie one day. Maybe they have. I don't know about it. I don't know. Honorable mention. It's a book I haven't even read, but I've heard it recommended a lot. Again, probably in the top 3 books I've heard recommended and next on my list to read. Can't believe I haven't read it yet. I already said that. How to Win Friends and Influence People. Yeah, by Dale Carnegie. That one's supposed to be really good, and I really, it's one of my weaknesses is people skills, so we'll see if it has some good advice for me. So yeah, top 5 books I recommend. If you're looking to kind of take your life to the next level, if you haven't read any of those, I suggest picking it up, or any of them. You could dramatically change your life by reading all of those, even just one of them. Alright guys, I'll see you in the next video. Have a good evening or day or morning, wherever you're at. Alright.